Let's talk about the success of your business. How are people going to find your product or service and your brand online? Now, how are you going to create an online marketing system that allows you to connect and communicate with your potential customers?
And this is important because every great brand, business, product, all of them out there, they all have a great online marketing system. I can guarantee it, even if you look in your interests. So for me, learning guitar, maybe health and fitness, or surfing at the beach. So if you look at the gurus or the experts in these sort of fields, they're all going to have social media. They're all going to probably have Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, the whole lot. They're going to have opt-ins on their websites. They're going to have automated emails. And if this is what the expert's doing, and you want to be seen as an expert or authority figure in your industry, then obviously that's where you need to head.
So look, if you're watching this video, you already have a business and you want to grow that business. That makes sense. And if you've realised now that you need to innovate and get in front of the changes happening in the world of business today, but I'm sure you're thinking, how do I find the time? How do I find the time and knowledge now to do this?
So if you're working in business, you're already busy doing what you do best. So if you're an accountant, you're busy crushing numbers. If you're working in a cafe, you're busy making coffee and food and that kind of thing. So how do you find the time to do all this sort of stuff? And do you have the knowledge of how to reach your target market online? And while still finding the time in the day to do what you do best, do you have the spare time to research into this kind of stuff?
We see this all the time, Chris? People trying to get started. They have a website out there, and to be honest, what we call a bit of a boat anchor. So essentially, people have a hard time if they're looking for your product or service. They possibly don't find your website. It's on page 15 or 100 or something in the searches. And the website's not engaging. It's not communicating with your potential customers. There's no real customer engagement out there for these systems. So essentially, the systems are they're old and stale. There's no real power to them.
Yeah, that's right. We've worked with hundreds of businesses over the years, primarily in consulting, and through this we've helped them generate tens of thousands of dollars in sales. And our main mission when we start with the customer is obviously to get them in front of their competition and start to engage and communicate with their potential market.
Yeah, look, this is a great time to get your business online. There's been no better time now to get your brand, established out there in front of your competition. There's so many opportunities now, obviously, through websites, as we mentioned, landing pages, social media, blog sites, email marketing. There's targeted advertising. There's so many opportunities now to get your brand out there and really start engaging with your potential customers. With the advances of now technology, particularly mobile phones and iPads, this is how people are going to search for your products and service. In saying that, there's a bit of a storm cloud still around this because it's most probably the easiest and the best time to get your business online, but also your competition already know this. It's the easiest, best time for them to get their business online.
Yeah, so in the past, if you wanted to have this huge just a huge marketing system in place for you to, engage and get your brand in front of people, you need to be like one of the big guys, like Coca-Cola or someone like that. But now with these advances of the online infrastructure, it's giving power back to the little guys.
Yeah, well, basically it evens the playing field.
Yeah, definitely.
You don't need those big marketing budgets like the big guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I guess I have a question for you. If we met in 3 years from now, would you be happy with the progress of your business? Would your business be positioned, to basically take advantages of, how people are going to search for products and services, now and over the next few years?
So in this video, what we're going to do is actually show you the 3 big guns. Now, we have dozens of different techniques we use to market our customers online and get them in front of their potential, leads and sales. But we're going to show you the 3, go-to strategies that you can use to get your business online. But first, if you didn't see the last video, we're going to call this required homework. So in that video, I went through our blueprint. You want to check it out because that was our secret sauce. We're not going to keep it up for too much longer. So go back, have a look at that, and before you go much further, that's what we recommend you do. Yeah,
and that required homework, if you just go to the link below, you'll find a link to that video. And as Chris said, Chris goes through the blueprint. It's really, really powerful. It's definitely a must see.
So with these three big guns, we're going to show you how to find and target your potential market through Facebook, and obviously get your brand in front of them, how to capture their information, and most importantly, how to engage and communicate with them.
Yeah, look, our story basically was, most probably similar to yours. A number of years ago, I was working for a large building firm in sales and marketing. They had a huge database, heaps of leads coming in, but they weren't engaging with these leads properly. And so essentially there was I'm talking literally millions of dollars worth of business that was just disappearing out the door because they just didn't have a good online marketing strategy. And that's kind of where my, journey started with this, started to research how do we kind of get this business online.
Yeah, and I worked in IT, and through this I did managed services for over 80 sort of businesses in the local area, and I constantly had people coming to me and asking me, how do we do Facebook, how do we do auto emails? So through this I started to realise that this is where business owners were thinking and heading, and obviously me and Terry joined forces, and that's how we began. Yeah,
look, I guess the question to you, Chris and I, we took that leap of faith because we knew the world of business was changing dramatically, and definitely has gone where we thought it was. So I guess it's about sometimes taking that leap of faith and just going, yep, I'm going to do it and move forward, because it's about innovating and keeping up with those changes in the world of business these days.
And what was perfect for us is we found that a lot of the training out there, it was either too techie or too salesy, and so having those two mindsets that work together and sort of make sense of it all really is what sort of made our business work.
Yeah, look, it's so true. Online marketing is, as Chris said, you need a technical side, because there is some technical, definitely some technical ability needed, very much so. And then the other part is still sales and marketing. So those two have to combine to create that really powerful system for your brand.
Definitely. So let's get into it. Let's show you these big guns.
Alright, let's get started with these three big guns. First of all, I'm going to start in Facebook. So just quickly going to show you something for those that you don't know. There's sort of two different main styles of advertising that we can do on Facebook. And that's one is a news feed ad, which is this one here. And they sort of display usually sort of, as you can see, two from the top. So people are always sort of going to see that one. Or you've got your right hand column, which you can sort of see all these ads over here. So straight away, looking here, I can see Schwarzkopf, Westpac, Southern Cross Uni, Allied Health, quite a few sort of big brands getting amongst it. So I guess that's a good indication, if their huge marketing teams can see value in this sort of marketing, then obviously this is where business is heading, really. So let's get started. So through the this is just an example I'm doing with Tyre Power. So you can see here I've got a news feed ad and a right column ad, and I can adjust the headline, the images and the text sort of however I like. And then what's really cool about with Facebook is that we can get really targeted. So as an example, you can see here I'm targeting people who live within 50 miles of Coffs Harbour, which is just a town in New South Wales, Australia. Aged 17 and older, who like automobiles, minivans or SUVs, who graduated from college, who are in a relationship, married or engaged, and are currently not connected to Cutlass Tyre Power. So for this particular promotion, which is just a win a free lube service, we probably wouldn't go this drilled down, because generally speaking everyone over sort of the age of 17 is driving a car. So but I just wanted to basically give you an example of how targeted you can get. And you can even do things like what was the field of study they did at college, or what college or university did they go to, what languages do they speak, what gender are they, what sex are they interested in, and all that sort of stuff. Interests, dislikes, all sorts of stuff, so you can get really sort of targeted with that. And so with these two ads, we'd sort of pick what our target market is, and if you're not sure of that, we can sort of help you devise exactly who that might be. And then those ads would appear in front of this target market, as I showed you before, either in the news feed or in this right hand column. So then what would happen if people were to just say click on that ad when they saw it, they would then get taken through to this page, which is just a custom tab within Facebook, and I'll show you a bit more of those in a moment. But say for example, if they weren't a fan or they didn't like the page already, they would see this page, which just says to like us to win. So they have to physically like the page before they can see details of the competition. And then once they like the page, we give them details about the promotion and give them the option to enter in their first name and email for the chance to win. And then that sort of drops into a database, as you can see here. Now I'll blank out these email addresses in the middle because we don't want to share people's personal details. But as you can see, for this small promotion here, there's just virtually every day there's a few people sort of signing up and just constantly growing this company's database, which is not only a sellable asset for them once if they ever decide to sell their business, but it's also a great asset just in general, because this instantly gives them someone to communicate with, someone to let them know about new specials, new deals, events in the business, all sorts of things. And so behind each of these, what happens is we sort of put in some helpful tip emails they're going to receive every month. So it's hi, first name, there's some first emails about saving money on your fuel bill. We've got main info on maintaining your car tires, 5 questions to ask your dealer, how do you know when you need new brakes in the car, all sorts of sort of helpful value add tips that people would be interested in, and that also could drum up business for this particular company. So I guess what the idea of this is that people would receive helpful tips from each month, and then when they actually need a service along the lines of what you offer, they're obviously going to come to you instead of the guy that sort of hasn't been helping them out in the meantime. So that works really well. So just through that one process, we're getting branding from the ads appearing in front of people on Facebook. We're getting a like to our Facebook page, which allows people to engage with your brand on a daily basis and see things that are happening. We're capturing their details into a database and then emailing them on a monthly basis. So in that one sort of procedure, we're actually we're ticking off quite a few goals there, which is really good. So with those custom tabs, where we point to people after they click, and they don't necessarily have to go to a custom tab, they can be pointed straight to a website or whatever you want. But here's just an example of another one. Here's a recruitment agency in Melbourne that we work with. They have a whole bunch of them. For example, if I click real estate jobs here, people can basically have a sticky beak at their business, learn things about the business while still in the comfort of using Facebook and able to chat to their friends and that sort of stuff. So with this one, it's just some information on what they do, and then a live feed of all the jobs they have available straight from Seek. And they also then have the option to register now for some monthly tips or contact them for some more information. That's just another example of sort of a custom tab and the sorts of information you can use on it. Basically, we can do just as much functionality as a website, and it basically gives you a secondary website built within Facebook, which is pretty cool. So that's one big gun. Moving on to another one, which takes basically control of banner ads, which is, say for example, here I am at gumtree.com.au, a website that gets quite a lot of traffic each day, and as you'll see here, there are these sort of banner ads, and if I was to reload the page, they would more than likely change to a new set of ads. Yep, there we go, so there's some new ads there now. So with these banner ads, we can set these up in a number of ways, so that they either display just within a geographical region, or they only display on websites of a certain sort of category or interest. So you might want them only to display on hobby enthusiast websites, or maybe only on business websites, or blogs, or whatever. But heaps, like hundreds of thousands and maybe possibly millions of websites out there, like Gumtree, eBay, popular blogs, news websites. Quite a high percentage of them all have sort of a portion of their website which they dedicate to banner advertising, because they actually get a bit of money for each person that clicks on these, so it's a source of income for them. We can also configure these types of ads to basically, I'm not sure how else to say, but basically to stalk people who have visited your website. So basically someone visits your website, then for the next 28 days, wherever they go on the internet, they keep seeing your ad pop up in front of them. The beauty of that is if they've come to your website and they're like, well, I'm not really sure about these blokes, I'm not sure who they are, then for the next 28 days they keep seeing your name everywhere and they go, oh wow, these guys are actually bigger than I thought, maybe I should go back and get their offer or their service or product. So when people click on these, we can obviously send them wherever you like. But for example, you might send them to something like this, which is a landing page, which is just optimized basically for people to enter their name or email address, or to buy a service or product, and basically that's their only option. So the I guess positive thing about this sort of landing page type setup, or squeeze page, is because people have only got the option of either signing up or buying, or basically go away, because there's such a limited amount of options, either basically go ahead with it or don't. We find the conversion rate is actually much higher with these than if you were to send them to a page which had links and stuff all over it to all sorts of different things, because they might click a link to your latest news section and start getting lost in there, and then eventually forget sort of why they originally came here. And once again, once they drop their email into there, they have sort of automated responses go to them through a similar system to what I showed you before for that email marketing. So that's second big gun. So that's sort of leveraging banner ads. So these would basically follow people everywhere they go on the web, instead of sort of just on the social media. Moving on to number 3, we're going to leverage off organic search results. So for example, here I'm at Google and I've searched Jayco caravans. If I scroll down the page, we have a newer news Jayco caravans in New South Wales page. If we were to click that, they come through to, once again, just a landing or squeeze page, which is all about one of our clients, Watson's Caravans in Coffs Harbour, and people basically have the option either to go through to their site and view their range, or to leave their details and basically let the team there know what sort of caravan they're after. So this is capturing, I guess, organic search results on Google and turning them into either traffic towards your website or a lead into your database. So I've just shown you 3 different strategies. One which included putting ads in front of people on social media, basically in their personal time, which gives you branding obviously because they're seeing your brand in front of them, gets you a like on your Facebook page, and then gets them into your database for you to constantly communicate with them. The second option, or the second big gun, was the use of banner advertising, which can basically be displayed all over the internet to once again help with branding, because people are going to see your brand everywhere they go, but also to capture leads and traffic towards your promotion or your website or whatever it is you're trying to offer. The third option that I showed was this one here, where we had basically set up a landing page with the proper SEO to capture traffic for a popular search term, which in this example was Jayco caravans, to capture traffic to send towards this particular business. So you can imagine if you were to use sort of all three of those in conjunction, you would you would be capturing people while they're browsing the web, while they're having fun on social media, or while they're particularly looking for your service. So those are the three big guns. I would love to hear what you think. Now let's get back to the video.
Okay, we spoke a lot about what we do and so on, but let's talk about your business. Look, I'm sure you have some concerns and questions about getting your business online. But we just wanted to show you the insides of not just our business, but some of our clients. Chris went through some really great information there. And because of this, we're really passionate about what we do. We're really proud of some of the results we've achieved. We've had some clients that literally started with no online presence, and now we're basically pretty much the market leaders in their field. They're leading the pack in their industry, whether it's in their town or state or wherever it may be.
Yeah, well, even look at us. We went from having no capital, nothing really, and we've now got a team of over 8 staff, and we've got a well-working business, and that's just purely through these tactics that we've used for our clients, but also for ourselves.
Yeah, that's so true.
So if you're now watching this video, you probably fall into one of 3 categories. You're either a well-established offline business with no online presence, so you don't have a website or any sort of social media or things like that, and you're seeing maybe now's the time to move into this whole new world. Or you already have a website, maybe you've got a little sort of Facebook over to the side, but it's not quite working well for you. You feel like it could be doing a lot better, and you just don't have the time to do it, and you need someone to help you out there.
Yeah,
or
possibly to take it to the next level.
Yeah, definitely. Or you fall into the last category where you've already got the online infrastructure, and it's taking you lots of time and effort. You've got to be doing the posts each day, the blogs, managing it, looking through the reports, all that kind of stuff, and it's just killing you. It's taking up too much time, and also you've sort of hit the the limit of your knowledge, and you want to push it to the next level.
Yeah, that's so true. Look, with the 3 big guns we just showed you, they can fit in any situation, in any business. No matter what industry you're in, whether you're a health practitioner or an accountant, you're selling 4-wheel drive accessories, whatever it might be, hospitality and so on. You can use these strategies extremely well to get your kind of brand out there in front of the opposition and start to target your potential customers. Look, we can't wait to hear some of your stories in the next 3 to 6 months. If just using the 3 big gun strategies, we'd love to see how that's improved your business. Or if you haven't looked at the first video, certainly go back and look at the blueprint that Chris goes through, because that strategy alone will open up your eyes on what the possibilities are to get online.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so during the next video, we're actually going to jump in and show you how we would get started with your business, and our first steps that we'd make in improving your online presence.
Now, look, we'd love to hear from you. Just hit the like button. Everyone loves those likes. We'd love for you to share a comment. So scroll down, give us a comment, ask some questions, around these big guns, or any questions you might have. We'd love to hear how you want to implement them in your business, or why you want to implement them in your business, basically.
Yeah, look forward to seeing those comments. I will read them all personally, and we'll try to reply to everyone the best we can. So,
Okay.
Till then, we'll see you next time.
Thank you.